All right, I'm going to rant. This might be a long video. I hope you stay the entire time. I hope I don't rant all over the place. I'm gonna try and stay in one spot. I don't know how exactly to start this video, so I guess I'll just say, I am lonely, which is common. A lot of people are lonely, especially since the quarantine. I think I've been lonely before that, but I am lonely. Recently, I've been feeling this deep loneliness. It's made me distant from my friends, my family, lovers, and really just anybody trying to be a part of my life, or even just trying to be a part of my life. Even like when I'm with my family, when I'm with my friends, anybody, I feel detached. Like lately, I've been feeling real detached, real disconnected from what's going on around me. I've been getting really annoyed recently. So I try to stay, to myself, or with a few people. But even then, I'm still feeling frustration and sadness most of the time. When I'm alone, I'm feeling frustrated most of the time, anxious, frustrated, and just sad. But there's no way to go around that. Just sad, anxious, frustrated, whatever. All of those. When I'm at work, I feel frustrated and just disappointed. I think because I don't want to, I don't like the job I work at, which is common too. But I feel like what I'm doing is not what I'm supposed to be doing with my life right now. So I tend to distance myself from my coworkers because I don't even want to be there. I just want to come through, get my check, and leave. I really just want to get away from everybody and just separate from my coworkers. So I'm really distant with them, and mainly because I'm sad and just depressed and frustrated with how my life has been going. And this isn't the first time I felt this way. I think for a long time, when I was younger, I might have felt some feeling of this, like 8, 9 years old. But I think around 13 is when it started. And then around 16, 17, it really hit me like hard. Like I am lonely. Even when I'm at home, my parents and my siblings, or with my friends, or I'm out, or I'm at school, or whatever, I always felt this deep emptiness. Like this feeling of none of this even matters. I just want to go home and lay down. I want to go and play the game. I want to go and be alone, be by myself. And even if I'm with people, I'm standoffish, annoyed, complaining, or just not listening to you, not paying attention. Sometimes if I get annoyed enough, I get rude. I've ruined a lot of friendships and relationships due to my loneliness. Starting since about 16 is when I really started turning up a notch and started ruining it. I got diagnosed with depression at about 18 and then again at 20. I've been on medication since 20. And medication helped for a while, actually. I'm still on it at 21. Medication did help for a while. And I think it's still helping, but I stopped helping the medication. I think when I first got on it, I was doing all the right things, trying to enjoy life better. But recently, I got so comfortable. So I've been, since October, I gotten comfortable with my growth, and I just gone down since then. So in April, Like, I'm all over the place, like I said, but in April, I decided to be celibate. I thought that would help because I had a lot of meaningless sex and relationships over the span of the last year. And I did it out of loneliness. I slept with all these women because of fear of just being alone and feeling that emptiness when I'm alone. I wanted somebody else to be around and be with the emptiness because I wasn't even alive when I was with them. They could probably tell you I was real depressed and down, and they tried their best to make me feel better. But I think over the long run, I brought them down with me, and they decided, either I decided or they decided it's time for it to be over because I can't watch me bring you down. And some people couldn't watch me bring myself down and hurt them too bad, which I understand. But that did not help. This celibacy, I've been on, it's June now. It's been since April, so it hasn't helped like I thought it would have. I think if I was doing it the right way, it might, but I think I still catch myself wanting that connection, the sex and all that stuff. And I feel like I'm playing with it, but I'm just not going all the way through with it. I'm not really spending this time focusing on myself. So then I tried getting on social media. I thought social media was the issue. I thought if I took a break from social media, then I can clear my head, and that would help the loneliness because I just need to stop seeing everybody else's bullshit, and it'll help me not be so lonely. And I only made it worse. I'm still on social media. I still don't think I want to go back. Social media has helped me with my productivity and my thoughts. Like I'm starting to think more about myself and not so cluttered with social media, other people's bullshit, other people's drama. But with that being said, it's made me realize how lonely I am. Like when you get on social media and you actually alone in the house with with books, you got to read them, and after a while you realize that you look to your left and right and nobody's here, and then you get around people and it still feels like nobody's there. And social media can kind of give you some false sense of connection, so it can kind of help the loneliness sometimes. But in the long run, it still doesn't help it. So I don't think I'm going back to social media for a while. Because so far it's been keeping me, it's had some positive effects. So I realized that meaningless sex, and social media was not the reason I felt this way by myself. Like, something inside of me is terribly unhappy and is just crippled by fear, anxiety, and depression. I think it's all because I am afraid. Wait, hold on. Scratch that. Something inside of me is unhappy and is crippled with fear. So I stay to myself and I swallow my emotions to the point where I feel heavy and sick. This year I've been the sickest I've ever been. I've been sick all year. And it's June. Now I'm feeling sick right now, actually. I hope it goes away tonight because I work tomorrow and I don't want to be sick at work like I have been. So that's not good. I feel like it takes courage and strength not to be lonely. Like this deep loneliness, I feel like it takes courage to enjoy your life and all the moments it brings. I feel like this life has so many things you can do, so many ups and downs, but you have to have courage to be alone. You know, you have to not be afraid of the unknown and take risks. You have to be able to take risks to not feel lonely. You have to be able to not be afraid of what comes next. I think a big part of my loneliness is from lack of living. You know, it comes from the anxiety of not living at all, not living the life I want to live, not living out my dreams, not chasing my dreams. So when you don't chase your dreams, you know, you get down on yourself and you start to feel anxious, and then you start to feel depressed as a result of the anxiety and, you know, not living the life that you want to. So I think one of the biggest factors in my loneliness, other than my childhood, which it always goes back to childhood and, you know, your traumas that you haven't dealt with yet. But I'm not a risk taker. I play it safe every time in every situation. I don't take trips. I don't travel a lot. I don't. Yeah. I'm not a risk taker. I don't take trips. I don't travel a lot. I don't try new things often. I don't do anything. You know, I don't take chances with love. You know, I'm really haven't been in a relationship in a long time. So as a result, I feel terrible because I'm not taking chances. I'm not living life. My life is boring and uninteresting. And when that happens, you know, the loneliness really creeps in. You know, I go to work, I come home, I work out, hang with some friends, maybe probably play the game, and go to sleep and repeat that over and over and over and over and over again. And then you look up and, you know, you're 21, about to be 22, and you haven't done anything meaningful with your life, you know? Don't have any real skills, you know, living basically check to check almost. And, you know, you have nothing to show for all this time you've been on this earth. So when you lay down at night, you feel that depression and loneliness. You know, I think the real big thing is, you know, my body wants more. My heart wants more. My heart wants to try new things. My heart wants to take trips. My heart wants to live new experiences. My heart wants to not be afraid of failure. But my brain says trips are too risky and unpredictable, and people are so, you know, my brain says people are too unpredictable and places are too unpredictable, and places can be scary, and, you know, you could do this, and this. My brain has so many excuses on why it doesn't want to live and take risks. But, you know, I think it's time that my heart takes over and makes decisions. So this is part 1 of this series, and I'm going to return, and hopefully I feel less lonely. Hopefully I have new tips to share with people on how to feel better. But this is just the beginning. You know, this is the first beginning. I've been trying to do this shit for years now, and I want to do it. Simple as that. It's time. It's time. Thank you for listening. If you are still here, like and subscribe, share with some people, comment. I'm really just happy that you listened to even get to this part. If you did, if you didn't, then I feel it's a long ass video and I really just rambled the entire time. But more content will be coming out soon. I don't know when this video will be up. This was made on June 9th, 2022. So let's see what Jabari does with this video. But I think it'll be special. Thanks for listening.